Alright guys, I've got a little bit different setup today. I'm doing it inside the shop. It's kind of nice out right now. I got this bucket so when I pour the crushed walnut shells, I don't lose them. And just doing it a little different. I'm doing one goose, then one duck. The goose decoys are so large, I can't do all of them at one time, so I'm just kind of doing only one at a time. And I'll show you what I'm doing on the goose decoys. Get this anchor cut off. Alright. This is one of my pintails. Don't have a lot of pintail decoys. I think I have like 3, maybe 4. So I'm using Tight Bond 3 today instead of the Harbor Freight waterproof wood glue. Let me bump the camera over a little bit. Here's a Harbor Freight. Reason I'm using the Tight Bond 3 is it's a lot more waterproof, but it's a lot better. A lot of other people who do Restle coating use it. And the only reason I was using the Harbor Freight wood glue is because I had some on site. So that's kind of all we're doing there. So, pretty simple. Y'all know the procedure. Squirt out some glue. You want a good coating that covers the entire decoy. And the way I'm kind of trying to do it, you want it to kind of change the color of the decoy where you are spreading the glue. If it's so thin that it doesn't really change the color, then you need some more glue on it. The beauty of these duck decoys, they're so light. Manipulating them is real easy. One thing I think I've discovered is I kind of needed some smaller crushed walnut shells. Not that this is currently 12 grit I'm using, but I think the smaller ones just would fit a little better on the decoy itself. I've noticed there's a lot of falling off, and I'm having to do a couple coats, especially on the geese decoys. Yeah, I just said geese. So what do y'all think sounds better? Goose decoys or geese decoys? So that's just something I thought of. When I say geese decoys, it doesn't sound right. Alright, just about done with glue. Try and get as much in every little pocket and hole that you can. And then we'll set that to the side. Ooh, got some on my finger. Take our cup. So yeah, if you are going to do this, I would suggest going for like 36 grit or smaller if they have it, really. They didn't have any smaller. It was 12 or nothing, so I chose 12. And all it really means is you might have to do an extra coats just because they are so big. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do the bottom. Some people say you should, some people say you shouldn't. So I think it's personal decision. So that's our pintail. We're going to go set this up on the drying rack and we'll bring in a goose decoy. Alright, let me grab a drink of water. So, like I said before, the goose decoy is so large, manipulating it like that puts a strain. So what I'm doing now is I'm doing it in sections. Do the top section first, then I'll do the side, then this side, and then probably the bottom. I'm also doing it one duck, one goose, just try and change it up a little bit. This is very monotonous. Alright. So, make my time go faster, I'm going to listen to some music, and y'all get some different music.
feel a surge of emotions when you bite into a cheesesteak, you're probably eating an Arby's cheesesteak. Just to be sure, check if your cup says Arby's. Check if the restaurant sign says Arby's. Or ask an Arby's team member, hey buddy, am I in an Arby's? And if so, can I get another Arby's cheesesteak? Arby's, we have the meats.
Global superstar Katy Perry invites you to play the Las Vegas residency. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Playing the final shows at Resort Theater, Las Vegas from October 4th to November 4th. The biggest hits. The ultimate party. Get tickets now at access.com. For more, check katyperry.com.
When Rachel and John's parents divorced, John was forced to live with their mom, and Rachel with their dad.
And we never lived together again. We each grew up alone. And that dictated the course of my life.
No, it didn't.
What happened?
To answer that question, Rachel and John confront the social worker who split them up 50 years ago. Tap now to listen to Rachel and John on the podcast Heavyweight, free on Spotify.
Podcast unoriginal.
All my life I can't be spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My verdict is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Right now I can barely focus. I'm showing no emotion. On your knees, show no devotion. My skin is not the golden. I'm not here for bragging, boasting. I'm walking, I've been chosen. I'm burning, I'm exploding. This is my mountain focus. Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if get your mind fucked. Super damn clear, Uber everywhere. This sound like Superman is here. Are you feeling that? Said, are you feeling that? The night is good and wild. They want you to settle down. Can you hear me now? Am I going to hear me now? Stop and just look around. See if you're ready now. Tell me, are you ready now? Ready to put down. Start at the bottom, already forgotten, but they won't forget me now. You really get ready now. You haters just in the crowd. Still, I just look around. Are you ready now? Are you ready now? I'm losing my mind today. Yo, what the fuck can I say? I got these drugs on the way. Couple hits, then I sway. You better get out the way before I straight that AK. Yo, what the fuck can I say? I'm losing my mind today. Get up in that mosh pit. Elbows up, let's bust some lips. Acting like I give a shit. Roll it up, take a hit. Smelling like that Mary J. Hands on that champagne. Maintain a bad habit like the cocaine. I'm on another level, a level you can't pass. I'm on some other shit. Who knows how long it'll last? My heart is beating out. This shit just creeps up fast. I'm on another level, a level you can pass.
Got my own little sweatshop going here. A little thicker. A little thicker than that.
Well, I put some on it, so I was trying to get that spread out before it got gunky.
You need it thicker than that.
I heard you. And you're getting a good base coat on though. It looks different.
It does.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good there. Show me the other side.
I haven't got to the other side.
Okay. See? Remember, if you got a lot of work to do, get your family involved. Create a sweatshop.
You're just like, yeah, I love you.
You're lucky I love you too, Mom. You know how many people
I do.
You know how many people I let mess with my decoys? I'll grab that in a second. Luckily it won't leak out.
How's that side look?
Pretty good. Let me
On the back tail.
just do the underneath of the back. That's good. Now let me see it. So grab your goose decoy. They're a little heavy, by the way.
They're not that heavy though.
They are if you start holding them.
Yeah, I can see where.
There's a reason I'm telling you, put it on the ground.
Which it's okay to turn around the neck on this one?
No. Basically, you want the entire top all the way up to the neck. I have to do those in sections, unfortunately, just because of how big they are. And then basically, this is it. This is all Restle coating is.
Nice and easy. What is Restle? Is it like, it looks like ground up cork.
It's actually trestle coating.
Oh, trestle.
But it became Restle coating mainly because no one wanted to give the creator justice or whatever. And this is a little different than what he does. Because what he did was he used latex paint and used crushed up corn cob
Ah, okay.
because he's from Ohio. I think. It's hard to find information on this stuff. Despite multiple organizations swearing they're trying to keep it all alive.
Is that all that you want done?
Do more on the feathers. I'm gonna go set this on the drying rack. That's good. That's good there. Or get that spot. So yeah, he would take latex paint, do basically the same procedure we are, a little different. Okay, that's good. Now let me see that.
Good enough?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be perfect. I gotta do multiple coats anyways.
It does take forever then, doesn't it? Because I would bet it takes a bit for this stuff to dry.
Theoretically, like a couple days. Yeah, I think you're just about done with that roll. Oh well. But this is crushed walnut shell
Okay.
used in as blast media.
Yeah.
Well, you can buy it also for lizard habitats. But I didn't have lizard habitat available. But yeah, once I get a good coating on those, part of the problem is these crushed walnuts are a bit too large.
Oh, yeah.
I needed 36 grit or 50 grit,
What'd you end up with?
12. Which is the main reason I gotta do a couple coats. Bet Scooter's a little mad. His little pillow is gone.
His pillow.
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm not his pillow. And that means he gets the whole blankie.
So I'm gonna have you take the. Oh wait, you still gotta do the other goose before you do the neck gut.
How's that?
That's good. It's really, that's actually perfect. You just want it different color, kind of. It's transparent-ish, so not a big deal. Not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta do, in truth, on the ducks, I probably won't have to do another coat, but I will on the geese.
see that.
But once I get all these coated, then I paint them with bed liner. Another layer of added protection.
They should last longer.
Oh, they will. Beats the hell out of burlapping.
A little easier, huh?
It's a lot easier. Hey, burlapping takes up a lot of material.
Mm-hmm.
So like a half-pound cup of tile master, which is the adhesive we use on burlapping, can only do about 4. Whereas I've done 10 with that one bottle of wood glue.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Okay, I didn't get this.
We'll do that side, but don't get too far on the. So on your duct decoy, while I'm doing this, I'm gonna have you take the head and the weights off. So take your nips, cut the string. Just hand me the weight and I'll put it over here. Take your nips. Cut the string.
Throw the string away.
I'm kind of keeping the string right now.
Really?
Well, it might be an artistic thing that pops in my head. Now the head, you gotta remember, is actually very valuable. So we hold on to the eye bolt and try not to put so much torque on the bill.
Okay.
And just and once you get the eye bolt out, screw it a few
Back into the head.
threads into the head.
And another duck.
Okay. This one's already got the weight off of it, but still meant that. Yeah, burlapping would cost a lot of money. So that's kind of why I started to do this. And this is why everyone does this now, basically. The only people who don't are the people who charge for it. For some reason, some people still believe in burlapping being better, and it's not. Doesn't offer anything more, because all this is a protective coating.
Oh, it's got to be lighter weight too.
This is definitely lighter than burlapping is. And it's a lot less nasty. As you can see, I mean, there's almost no mess from this really. Except
Well, it's
for-
easy to contain in that tub.
Yeah. And this goes a lot faster with you helping me, so
I
thank you.
bet it does. I don't mind helping you with project.
Well, I know there's some that
I can't.
they're a little intimidating. It takes a lot to teach them to know. that been napping?
Probably about 40 minutes maybe. It's one of those ones, he didn't sleep much at all last night. He hadn't slept much all week, so I'm gonna let him sleep as long as he wants to. Hell, he was in bed at 7:30 last night.
Where's the other head?
One of them already had the head off.
Oh, yeah.
You took it off.
Yeah, I took it off. Okay. Careful.
Oh,
That is dikes. Nothing hurts worse than cutting yourself with those dikes. I might braid me something. I have plenty of string to do so. You know, all these decoys are as old as you are.
yeah, I'm not surprised. I don't know a lot about decoy history, but I do know some.
Well, they still made the
Which brand are these again?
herders. You just have to pull that one out, practically. Or is it unscrewing?
It's unscrewing.
Awesome. Best part is those still have the original brass screw.
Oh, nice.
All those goose decoys, almost none of them really have the original.
These are the ones that you bought from the guy?
Yep. Basically, his sister had died.
His what?
His sister had died and left a bunch of stuff. And he had to go through all of it, and he just wanted it gone.
I've got pretty good for these, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. But, if I was to try and piece together all this, it would be about $600. And I paid $60. Once I'm done, each one of these decoys, as I said, is about $10 a piece. And I got them for about $1 a piece.
That's not bad.
But once they're all Restle coated and everything, they'll be worth about $20 to $50 a piece.
You plan on selling them?
Definitely not this year. In the future, I might just put up a big ass price and see who wants to buy them all. If someone wants to buy all of them for $2,000,
I just slot glue on my foot.
yes, you did. I don't suggest keep putting your paintbrush on top of that.
Yeah, it's sticking, but I didn't want to.
It's okay to put it on the ladder, but that's the footrest, whatever we're supposed to call this thing. You see my new Sawzall?
Oh my God, that thing's ancient looking.
And I got it for free. Some lady in Cleveland. Actually, lady, I got that stove from there. That's over there too. Like, come get it. Okay. Like, it doesn't work. It actually does work.
That looks good. Something's heavier than the other piece.
I think there's a weight inside of them after picking them up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think styrofoam should be that heavy.
Mm-mm.
Funny, people say if you want to know something, just look it up on Google. This is one of those things that's hard to find on Google. Just a straight up answer on how to do this.
Because nobody's paying for the ad.
That's probably true. Because most hunters don't bother to record it down.
Well, I honestly see where this is something, if your family hunts waterfowl, and you do this, you just kind of know to do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most and foam decoys have gone out of style. But if we keep going at this pace, I actually might get most of these coated. At least one coat this weekend. You're so fast on the blue.
But I'm doing it right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're doing perfect.
I figure something will trigger Scooter to bark here in a little bit and wake Dad up anyway.
That's probably true. Yeah, foam decoys went out of style when it was cheaper to do plastic. Now so few companies do foam. I only know of one, Dixie decoys that do them.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like Bosch shot shell, they're very small, but they make some good products. But they ain't cheap, that's for sure. You can buy an unfinished decoy from them. $30 for a single. And that means you gotta paint it. You gotta do everything to it. But this is the quick part of it.
Because you'll paint it after you coat it, right?
Oh yeah, after we finish up all this, I'll come back through with some bed liner, spray them all down, which just kind of helps seal them up and very durable. And then I'll start painting over them. In truth, I could more or less just straight up spray them with bed liner first, or just do bed liner period, and it would be more than good enough. problem is I gotta go through most of these goose decoys,
Mm-hmm.
get some expanding foam and fill in this hole where the head goes,
Oh, yeah?
just because of how damaged they are. Could also use sawdust instead of crushed walnut shells.
Really pretty much anything you got laying around, huh?
Almost. So this is bluebill.
Bluebill?
Mm-hmm. That's a mallard in your hand, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The first one you did was a pintail.
Oh, cool.
So I actually do have some variety on the duck decoys too, which was nice. Did I tell you I fell out of the tree?
No, but Dad told me.
Go this way.
Thank you. I bet that was not fun.
Well, the funny part is it happened literally like 15 seconds after I said, okay, this is not safe, time to get down. And yeah, but luckily I had my safety harness and my safety line.
I'm glad you did. There's so many people that don't ever do that.
Oh, I know. That's why I didn't go try and set it up before I had all that. Now pulls your bottle. Now we're still over half full. The glue goes a long way.
You good. Didn't you say you got 10 decoys out of it?
I think so. Well, since I'm not doing all the juice at one time.
How's that?
Oh, that's good. Do I need to set those closer when I bring them in?
Yeah, this would be a good weekend to go garage sailing, I think, since the weather's gonna be good and all.
And everyone's having garage sale too.
Yeah.
Lots of garage sales.
I'll have to work this weekend, but maybe next weekend, if you're interested.
Yeah, I'd be interested in doing that. Unless we're working on decoys still.
You may be, Mama may not be. Shirt. Did you see my Halloween shirt?
No, I did not.
Got the two skeletons on it. One of them's holding the spine. He says, "I got your bag." I didn't put him up there.
Yeah, there's this one spot that had.
That one was kind of odd because it didn't have hardly any paint on it, so it was kind of hard to see what it was doing.
No, that's fine. Yeah, remember we're doing a second coat no matter multiple coats on them, so. I think that one also started drying a little bit. Let's switch to new brush though.
Okay.
Look right by the brushes by the box.
Yeah.
Put you in some water.
That's the only way to buy those kinds of brushes, you know?
Oh, it is. Buying individual ones of those brushes are not worth it.
Well, they're disposable basically. Anything you use them on, you're not going to use that a second time.
Supposedly you can clean them of this glue, but I haven't had any luck yet.
Try to get in all those nooks and crannies. But like you said, you're going to be putting another coat. How's that? It's got a string on it.
Yeah, it's got some hair on the bottom.
Wonder who that belongs to.
Oh, I don't suggest licking. Come on. It's still on your finger. Now imagine doing this almost every day for your job.
No.
Why not?
You have to pay me $30 an hour.
Well, considering how many we're doing in an hour, that wouldn't be too unrealistic. And this beats the hell out of making my own foam fleet of decoys.
Oh, it was fun, right, with the mold?
Oh, it's still fun. I just gotta figure out how to use it properly. That was a big problem. Those guys in the foam duck group are kind of secretive about shit for some reason. Every time you ask them, what type of mold release are y'all using? Well, why don't you just look it up in the group? Because it's not in the group. Whenever you get one of these big deep crevices, try and fill it up with glue.
I think I got that one pretty good. What are you doing the rest of the weekend? This?
Working on my boat and this.
What are your long-term plans? Are you planning on just working with Dad?
For right now, yeah.
Evidently my hair really does get everywhere.
Been telling you that for years, Mom. You followed me all the way up to Best Friend one day.
That was hilarious. I don't know if you've noticed, but a couple of the mallard heads are cracked.
Well,
One of the last ones I did a while ago also. It wasn't that bad a crack, but it was.
well, that's not much I can do about that. These things are old and they're urethane. So all I can really do is put a little JB weld on them or something.
Yeah, these with a little paint on them still, it's a little easier to see what you're doing.
Yeah, the Blue Goose ones are a little bit easier just because that color, that white styrofoam, it's a little hard to see. Yeah, when I went up and got these, the dude's like, yeah, my sister finally died.
Was she the duck hunter?
Yeah, she was the one who owned the decoy. She has to take care of the estate basically.
Yeah.
But the way he said it was like, yeah, finally that bitch died. And he realized, like, dude, that's not what I'm about. It's just, she had dementia, she had Alzheimer's, heart disease, everything you can imagine.
So it was just time.
Yeah.
It was a blessing. Can y'all mow this weekend?
Yeah, I'm gonna mow this weekend. I think his sister had got these decoys to do some artsy-fartsy crap.
Oh yeah. A lot of them for an artsy-fartsy.
If you're an artsy-fartsy person,
Well, she may have been doing like trade shows or little limited events.
yeah. It's pretty funny. Last year I was looking on Facebook and there's this really old Coleman lantern for sale, but someone had transformed it into a lamp.
Uh-huh.
And they're selling it for $50. I'm like, y'all really shouldn't do this with these Colemans. Like, it's cool and I like it. Yeah, but that's about a $200 lantern if it was original.
Yeah.
Like, what? Yeah, if you hadn't done that, it'd be worth about $200.
Looks like a mallard head on a red head body.
No.
Mallards have that marking.
Yep, that is 100% their mallard body.
Oh, okay.
You see, it's,
It's just not green on the front, it's red.
well, yeah, most mallards aren't green on the front. It depends on where you're at. Like if you look at all of Dad's old herders up there,
Mm-hmm.
they've all got a reddish neck area. That's because down here they're more red. But if you get like real up north,
Mm-hmm.
they can get a different color or two. Now this one's got big holes in it. Alright, got another candidate to get fixed. We're not too far from being done for the day.
Good.
Bored already?
No. That's alright, because at least I get to spend time with you talking.
And do a new interesting activity.
Huh.
What? You don't consider this new and interesting?
Okay. No, that's fine. It's new. It's interesting enough.
At least it's not boring, right? But yeah, this one, you notice, they got shot.
Ooh.
The shell
Yeah.
got shell, but a BB went through both sides. So what I'm gonna do with
How's
this,
that?
that's pretty good. Cause I'm gonna take some expanding foam, fill it in, and then take some JB Weld over the top of it. And then sand it down. I got about, I think 4 or 5 I gotta do like that. I'm gonna be using JB Weld a lot. I actually got a lot of those goose head decoys. Those goose heads, I gotta do a lot of repair on them. You know why we're almost done?
No. I assume that we're doing all that you've got prepped.
No.
What?
We're almost out of drying room.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that wind came through and knocked over your table out there. I don't know what you had on it or anything.
I just had that sheet of aluminum on it. It didn't break anything. I'd actually, remember that tree wound stuff you got?
Yeah.
I tried to see if I could use that too for those.
Oh, I wouldn't think that would work.
Not necessarily. If you got the
How's
right
that one?
one, I think it would. I'll hand you this one. But that stuff doesn't dry like it should for that. Luckily I've got an experimental decoy I can use.
This is like a magnum, isn't it?
Yeah. So those little ones are called 72s. I'm not entirely sure why. It's not like they came out in 1972.
It was probably the mold number or something.
There's some truth to that because these are like 103s,
Yeah.
these decoys. Those are called 63s.
Boy,
Hello. How are
so
you?
Restle coating,
We are. How are you doing?
I'm much better.
Good.
Yeah, I suckered Mom into creating a sweatshop with me.
I prefer